What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the Attention Span Podcast. I'm Jay Bryant,
I'm Jared.
and man, we have a good episode for you all today. So, first of all, man, Jared, how you been?
I've been good, man. I've been
And
good.
our 2 week hiatus.
Yeah, I actually just been doing a lot of work, self work, and just meditating and stuff like that. Just trying to get everything back on track as much as possible.
That's awesome. Has it been helping you? The
Yeah, yeah,
meditation and stuff.
yeah. It's been helping, man. But I think it's just more of a consistency thing, staying consistent, and just being as dedicated as possible to it. So.
What are some of the benefits that you've personally seen from before you started doing the self work and after, like currently?
Uh, well, I mean, I can't say that I just transformed or anything to a
Right.
massive extent, but I can say that I definitely became
It's
more
been two
calmer.
weeks, so
Right,
it's,
right, right. But I've been more calmer and just more. The brain fog has died down a little bit, because it's hard for me to sometimes collect my thoughts, how my brain works. So it definitely helps out.
good, good. Yeah, I know meditation and really self-work period is really big and very helpful. No matter if you're going through something or not in life, it's always helpful to do because it always pushes you toward growth. Um, I've been doing well myself. We're in the process. My wife and I have getting ready to sell our house and kind of getting it prepared, looking to get it,
Y'all got a
ready,
buyer?
posted. Not yet. Looking to get it posted in the next couple of weeks and hopefully it'll be sold next couple of weeks after that. Um, Planning on making a move, big move. We'll keep you all, the listeners, tuned in. We'll let you all know about that more as we progress. Um, it's been good though. Just been working on my business. Had a great interview for a video series I've been doing called L&D Insiders for learning and development professionals, where I interview high level learning and development professionals, high level in career and or skill set, and have them teach their insights to my listeners. So if you're an L&D professional, go on over to my channel. It's Jay Brian Speaks. Amazing. If you teach adults, if you're a teacher, if you're a corporate trainer, anything like that, Jay Brian Speaks on YouTube. Check it out, subscribe. Also, making sure and like and subscribe this as well. Attention Span Podcast, man. Um, y'all have been great about it. Let's keep it up for sure. Of course, we can always do better. We can always do better. So make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and hit the like button. And man, let's go. So I want to talk this week. So it's been a couple of weeks, you all, but what has I can tell you a couple of things have my attention. Two things, because we want to get in with this segment. What has your attention? Number one, Johnny Depp won the trial. Johnny Depp won the trial. We'll talk about that a little bit. And then in addition to that, one of my favorite artists ever that I've ever listened to has dropped an EP. CYHI the Prynce dropped EGOT the EP.
That Jacquees record is nice. That's my
It's
favorite one.
nasty. It's such a nasty
Like
record.
True Life or something like that.
Yeah, it's sick. But we'll talk about it in a good way. I'm saying sick and nasty. Those are usually words notating negative things, but this is positive in this case. So good. But we'll talk about it, man. So Jared, Johnny Depp won. You knew the trial was going on. I mean, you couldn't miss it. And I want to ask, coming out, it just made me think, man. Really, the first thing that I thought about was winning through struggle, like winning over your struggles. It's not really about Johnny Depp or Amber Heard who won. It was that trial was such a back and forth struggle to me. It was so publicized, and you had the witnesses, and it lasted so long. I don't remember the exact date, but it was crazy. And to come out on the other side of a big anything like that, the winner, it's got to at least feel kind of good, at least, just to come out on the other side of that on top. So, yeah, first of all, what are your thoughts on the trial and things? I know you don't sit there all day and watch the trial like, oh man, and then he brought this witness, and then he brought up this. I know you don't do that, but what were your thoughts on the trial, man? And and what are your thoughts on just that getting that win after a big struggle? It doesn't have to be a trial or this trial. It could be anything. What are your thoughts on that? Yeah, or do you have any experiences like
Well,
that where you
first of
came up
all,
big after a struggle?
let me give props to his lawyers, Camille Vasquez and Ben Chu.
Hold on, man. I
Ex-
said some names. Hold on a second, man. I'm
exceptional
under
work,
researched. I'm under researched.
exceptional work, great at their job. I mean, top of the line. You really got to see on display what it's like to see a lawyer on a large scale do great work. Because it was almost as if you haven't seen something like that in a while, especially played out in the public eye. And as far as the trial goes itself, I think it being in the public eye really did change the trial, to be honest, because it became almost a spectacle, and it became something. I mean, you got a documentary on Hulu that just dropped. TMZ put out a documentary literally like a week after the trial, and it's almost like, was this for justice or was this for entertainment? Because the views and the spectacleness of it, which is not even a word, I don't know why I said that, but it's everywhere. And you know what I'm saying? Like the trial itself, I think it's definitely going to be a staple in history. It's going to be one of those OJs where we look back and say, remember what happened to OJ? Remember what happened to Amber? Is it Amber Heard? Hold on. Okay. Can you hear a noise coming from someone?
No.
Okay. All right, I got it. But yeah, you see what happened to OJ, Amber, the list goes on and on of celebrities that have become staples in history. And I feel like the trial, as far as the verdict goes, I feel like it was spot on, to be honest. Because you see, Johnny Depp lost his lawsuit in the UK, I want to say around 2016, to Amber Heard over the same things, like her saying he abused him, he abused her, and Johnny Depp sued her for defamation for some headlines that came out in the tabloid. It's called The Sun, and it's like he lost that case, and it was like, you look at the facts that were presented from the makeup, her saying, her lawyer from the beginning saying this makeup was this is something she put on every day to hide her bruises. But that makeup manufacturer came out and said, hey, this isn't a makeup that we had even put out at that time. You see what I'm saying? So before you even, so it's like you're making up stuff, you're making up lies, and there's something in cases, and I forgot what it's called, where if you tell a lie on the stand, the rest of your testimony can be negated. So at that point, it's like
Yeah, it's
it's
called cancel culture.
it's like at that point, it's like, you know what I'm saying? You put yourself in this position. And I just think that, looking at the facts of the case, it does seem like Johnny Depp was innocent. I feel like justice was served. And Amber Heard going on Instagram saying this is a setback for all women and all this stuff, it just screams virtue signal to me.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. Well, first of all, I guess you haven't followed the trial. First of all, this dude came out the names. First of all, thank you to the lawyers, John J. Rockefeller and Justin B. Washington. Shout out to them. They live at seven. Like do know all the information, which is good. That's good. Amazing. So I see you been following it. Awesome. So the win, man, the win through the struggle. What are your thoughts on that, or what are some of your experiences with that that you'd be willing to share?
Yeah, I think it's a beautiful thing, man. It's beautiful to see adversity in real time conquered, because it shows people that no matter how hard things get or what you're going through or how bad it may seem, Johnny Depp for 6 years of his life, he's been fighting this. And we all know when it comes to court cases, as far as adversity, you can't say anything to the public. So with somebody of Johnny Depp's fame and notoriety, for him to not be able to speak and give his actual, thoughts and proclaim his innocence. And we're seeing this play out. Not to get too far off track with y'all, the listeners, but we're seeing this play out in the Tory and Meg case, where Megan the Stallion came out and gave a Gayle King interview. And it's like Tory Lanez has, and he has something put on him where you can't, a gag order where you can't speak. So Johnny Depp not being able to proclaim his innocence, and we know how this mob mentality, you hit it spot on, cancel culture. We know how this is, how this plays out. So their adversity in itself is huge. So for Johnny Depp to go 6 years and in real time beat this case and for the world to see, I think that yes, it was bad for the trial to play in the public eye, but I think all the boys and the girls across the world that see this and see, hey, no matter what happens to you, you know what I'm saying, no matter how much of a movie star you go through things, and how bad it gets, you can come out on top, you can win. And we don't know what that looks like, because success is subjective, but it sure seems like Johnny Depp got justice, and I love it. I love it. He overcame adversity for sure.
Yes, definitely, definitely. It reminded me of times in my life too where I've been through adversity and didn't know if I was going to come out on the other side. So for me personally, just my personality, my personal experience in this life, um, it doesn't take much for me to feel like I'm going through adversity. Like it doesn't. I I mean, or for my version of adversity. Y'all know I've never claimed to, nor did I grow up in a bad neighborhood. Um, I went to a decent school. Um, and I had clothes growing up. I was able to get new clothes most years. Didn't grow up in poverty or anything like that. But my version of adversity, though, were things like uh, having to just being afraid to go to school because of being bullied. You know,
Talking to a girl and stuff.
realize talk right, just talking to a girl. I think that's
And I had
a
something
lot of guys.
yeah, I had the same similar experience.
Yeah, yeah. Um, not wanting to go to the doctor because I'm afraid to get a shot. I got to get this shot. I feel like they're gonna like stab my arm with the needle. I mean, these are just some examples, um, which to some people may seem like, oh, well, no, that's nothing to me, which is fine. But those are just some examples of things that I considered adversity. And there's several other examples, having to go have a difficult conversation with someone. Um, Consequences of things that I've done, which I won't go into detail because they involve other people. And I don't want to get anyone else in trouble, but I will say things that I've done and having to confront the consequences of that. So those are some forms of adversity that I've definitely seen. And every single time I was able to come out on top. Every single time when I was being bullied, I didn't feel like it would ever end because I guess I was in school and I was basically trapped. I had to keep going to that school. Um, and I was like, when will this end? Like I really, really felt like I had nowhere to go and I was facing something. But the glimmer of hope that I kind of gave myself was I said that school, especially middle school, where the bullying was the worst, it's not forever. Middle school doesn't last forever. I said I eventually had to leave this school, you know, not necessarily running away or anything, but I am going to go to the next grade. eventually. And I was like, can I be strong enough till then? Or can I resolve this issue until then? And I did it, you know, and it was felt amazing. It felt amazing to go to high school, to get away from, or even to move to we moved to another city when I started 8th grade. We moved to another city, and that felt amazing. That was success to me. I got away. Now bullying happened again a few more times through the years, but every time God moved pieces, He moved stuff around that really helped me. I was getting bullied in high school. The bully moved away the following year. Um, the bully came back. That same bully came back 2 years later, but he didn't. He had no interest in me. Not sure what changed. Maybe he just, hey, I don't know. Um, every time something happens to where I come out a winner, at least in my personal life, I come out a winner. So um, it's definitely big. So there's a couple things I want our listeners to take away. I want you all to get from this, because have you gone through some adversity? You probably have. Will you go through more in this life? Yes. It's a given. It's coming. Les Brown, the speaker, he always says, you're either headed to a problem, in a problem, or just leave a problem, because that's life. It's a cycle. It's good and bad, ebb and flow. It's in waves. It's the good followed by the bad. Winter. What does Jim Rohn say, Jared? Winter always follows summer. No, fall. Winter always follows fall. How long? Every year since the world started that we know of. It just always has. So it's gonna happen. Okay. To overcome it, there's some tips I want to give. And then Jad, I'll let you chime in. Then we'll just have a little discussion about the great Sadell Young in a second, side of Prince. But um, two things I'll add that have always been big to me. Keep the end in mind when you're going through adversity. Realize that all adversity does end. All adversity does end. I promise you it ends. If you're feeling like it never will end, I in my experience, I felt that same way. And I'm telling you, the feelings, they end. They're replaced with some other feeling. You'll have peace again. Um, or you might move, you might physically move somewhere, or you might actually win some type of competition, or you might lose competition, but it's going to end. That struggle, that feeling of, how am I going to resolve this? How am I going to get through this? It will end. I promise you. I know the feeling well. Face the fear. If it's some kind of fear, make the move. And that kind of brings me to my second point. Number one, realize that all adversity will end. The second thing is control what you can control, because there are a lot of things you can't control. Period. There's a lot of things you have absolutely no control over. Okay. But there are some controllables that you do have. You control your attitude. You control how hard you go after something. And that's up to you. You're able to control that as a person. You're able to control what you focus on. You control your perspective, how you look at something. Everything has two sides. If you pick up a coin right now, there's a heads and a tails. Everything has two sides. Everything. You can choose which side you look at. No matter what. No matter what, everything has two ways of looking at it, at least. There's some good you can pull out, there's some negative you can pull out of everything. Um, so control what you can control. And that's going to help. By doing that, that is going to help as you actually are navigating through adversity on a day-to-day basis. Jared, anything to add? I gave a couple of things. You got one or two more points to add to that
Uh,
people can walk away with today who might be going through some adversity?
well, I'll just say this. I'll say that adversity is something that you have to look at as it's a permanent thing. It's not no matter what, the
Yeah.
goalposts always move. And you have to
Right.
look
It's
at it.
coming back.
yeah, you have to look at it as something that helps you instead of hurts you. Because everything, there's always two perspectives you can look at something with. You can look at it out of a fear-based mindset, or you can look at it out of an empowering mindset. And that same way that you're afraid to talk to a girl, you can use it to be like, hey, once you make small steps in the right direction, it can really help out with that. It can really help out with just putting you in a mind state of overcoming stuff. And that's a muscle, that's a skill. So always look at things from an empowering mindset instead of a fear. That doesn't mean it doesn't hurt. That doesn't mean it doesn't feel bad to get rejected or to lose or to get set back. But that means that when you do feel those feelings, you embrace them and you say, "This is me growing. It hurts, but it's oxymoronic in the sense that it feels good to know that I'm growing in my hurt." And that's where the power is found. That's how I feel like, not to say this is the end all be all, but that's definitely a pathway to feeling better about those emotions and those that that negative emotion that you do feel in your physiology.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Man, so great points. Hopefully those were able to help you or will help you if you're going through any type of adversity right now, whatever that might be. Again, there's no right or wrong to what is adverse to you, what is a struggle to you. And I don't want you to let the world make you think that. So if you feel like it's adversity to you, then it is, I promise you. So use these tips. I promise you they'll help you as you go through your version of adversity, whatever it might be. All right. EGOT, the EP. For anyone who doesn't know, if you're not a hip hop fan, just give us a couple of seconds. Just want to talk about this. CYHI the Prynce dropped an amazing EP called the EGOT EP. The story, I think his second album is coming out, The Story of EGOT. For anyone that doesn't know what an EGOT is, that you know what that is, Jared?
Oh, what's that?
EGOT. EGOT is if somebody like wins the four major like entertainment awards. They're Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So Emmy is for TV. The Grammy is for music. Oscar is for movies. Tony is for Broadway plays. Mu- uh, yeah, plays basically. So that's the concept of it. So man, this project is amazing. No, we're not. I'm not an affiliate of CYHI the Prynce. Just great project. Check it out. It's got 4 songs on it. Really, really cool. Yeah, I'm not getting a kickback from this. Just some great music that I do want the world to know about. I've been listening to this artist since I literally stumbled upon him in like 2011 or something like that. Um, when I say stumbled upon, no one told me about him. I just found them
I saw him
on
at concert.
a mixtape site.
I
They
saw
saw
him at
me.
concert. Yeah, he was here with Crit. When Big Crit came down here.
Nice.
Yeah, he was good too, man. For real.
Oh yeah, he's good.
That
He's
album he dropped. What's that album he dropped? Probably about
no dope on
3 years.
Sundays.
That's what he was rapping, bro. That I'm fine with Travis
Yep.
Scott.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
I knew that would
goodness.
kill in concert.
In concert, bro. I was going crazy. I was what?
Yeah.
Hey, for real.
It's yeah, that was a great project. Yeah, no dope on
Absolutely.
Sundays. That was his first album. But he's put out several mixtapes. He put out Royal Flush, he put out the Black. Can you hear me, Jared?
Yeah.
Awesome. Can't say dying. But no, he put out the Black History Projects. He put out the Royal Flush mixtapes. First one I
That
found Royal Flush 2 when that came out. That was a long time ago. I would have to look it up, but it was a while ago.
But when I first heard him, I was like, okay, this is different. I like this. And he was out of Atlanta. But the metaphors were on a trillion. Metaphors were crazy. I was like, this is good.
And he's behind some of Kanye's biggest hits. Literally, like he wrote his biggest hits. He's some of them.
Right. He is the writer behind a lot of Kanye's stuff. He is amazing. He's an amazing writer. So, and I saw him in an interview. It's the last thing I'll say on it. Then I'll give a kind of a rating on the album out of 10, the EP, I mean. But he said people are, well, two things. Number one, he said that people oftentimes have asked him, like, how does it feel not being able to like be out yourself to be as big as Kanye? And he says, this is what he said, and I'm paraphrasing, my ideas still get out there no matter what. Like, even if somebody else performs it, I know that's me. If I wrote the thing, it's me. He says that so that's no problem at all. He said, plus he has his own fan base as well. And then the other thing was that he says he has an investor in whatever he does. He says no matter what, he says he could have 100 ideas, put them all on paper, bring them all to Kanye. He says Kanye will just go through, don't like that one, don't like that one, don't like that one, don't like that one. But this one, I like this one. I'll invest in this one. And it's off, you know? So there's a lot of benefits to doing what he's done, ghostwriting and of course having his own fan base along the way. People have been wanting his stuff for years too. Like Black History Project, crazy, loved it. His
Rider,
yeah, Rider, yep, a lot of really good songs. Okay,
yeah, go ahead.
right. That was his real therapist, by the way. You are. There's no way she could get on the song and sing. Yeah, there's no way. But anyway, let's see rating. So I give EGOT the EP. I give it a 7.5 out of 10. I give it a 7.5 out of 10, which is really good by my personal standards. Because I listened to a lot of music over the years, so it takes a lot to just blow me out the door. Like, but this EP was amazing. The way he used his voice was different. The metaphors were on another level, which I didn't know he could go to another level with the, with the writing, but he went to another level. So many different like good things about it. So 7.5 out of 10 for EGOT the EP. Jared, what do you rate it?
A 6.
A 6. Okay, cool.
I feel like the rhymes, as always. He probably CYHI, to be honest, he's one of the top 10 rappers currently as far as like his metaphors, his wordplay. But if we're gonna talk about production on the album, I feel like it was
the production was amazing. No, that was what set it apart.
For real?
Yes.
I
thought the production was amazing. Like I never heard CYHI rap over no production like that at all.
Well, I'll admit I've only listened to it once, as far as like straight, like all of it. But I got to listen to it again to listen to the ins and outs of the production. It wasn't in headphones,
Okay, well, I mean, yeah, that makes sense. And compared to and also to put myself in your shoes, compared to that production, compared to like some of the like Rick Ross production, or it's not as good as some of that production, but for comparing him to himself and what he's rapped on in the past, top tier.
Okay.
Top tier.
Okay. I'm gonna go back and check it out.
Go back and check it out. You go ahead and listen to any side project. I'm telling you, ain't no project had no production like this. And listen to every song all the way through because he has beat switches in there and everything. I'm like, let's go.
A Kanye signature, by the way.
What, the beat switch?
Yes, Kanye signature. It might have came from CYHI. I mean, CYHI is really like, as far as minds in music, artistry, he's one of the greatest. For
sure. Basquiat, right? You remember that song from Black History Project? Yeah.
I didn't listen to Black History much. I should have.
Oh, bro, I've listened to that thing like 1,000 times, especially the first one. I remember when it dropped, I was like, this is fire. Good Lord. This is next level.
He said, dude.
How? How did he do this? It's crazy.
That moving around though. I've been moving around.
Yeah, moving around is amazing. Yeah. It's a good song.
Nah, that that G18 and the Pathfinder, and they got a Trojan in my Matt Liner. I was like, oh my goodness,
he's sick, man. He's sick. But yeah, man, great project. Check it out. Again, we're not getting paid to do this. It's free promo for CYHI, but I'm doing it because I enjoy the project that much. I even told my wife when it came out. My wife, she was probably like, "Bruh, I don't listen to CYHI. I care less." I told her anyway. That's how I know it's good.
What does she listen to? Like mainly?
Brianna listens to. She listens to everything pretty much. She listens. Her favorite kind of music to listen to is R&B. She listens to R&B and gospel. Mary J. Blige. Mary J. Blige. Yeah, hands down. Mary J. Who is in her, she's a legend. Like straight up.
She's dope.
Oh yeah, she's always been epic, bro.
Although I feel like her Super Bowl halftime performance left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, that's a whole nother podcast, that performance. I mean, it had a lot of cool stuff in it though. Yeah, how they transition into stuff and all of that.
I feel like Kendrick was the best one on there, but I'm biased. So
yeah, you are biased. Yeah. So
50 Cent's throwback was nice too, but it's like 50 Cent, you're 80 years old. You can't do the same thing.
Don't Kill My Vibe. That's your favorite song, isn't it? Oh, Don't Kill My Vibe. That you like that?
No, that's not my favorite.
Okay, I was about to say you're mainstream.
Okay, Mr. Die Hard. Like out of all the songs on the album, that's what you pick. Okay.
Die Hard. Oh, bro, Die Hard is so sick. Oh my goodness.
It ain't no Crown as far as songwriting.
Oh, bro, it ain't a what?
It ain't no Crown. Mother I Sober, Auntie Diary. It ain't no. Yeah, if you talk about
sober.
If you talk about lyrics, if you talk about poetry,
Mother I So. Okay, poetry. Yeah, I want to talk about poetry. What's your favorite song? Mother I Sober. Mama and when you do it sober. Okay, I get it, kid. But thanks. Thank you for sharing opening up your heart to me. And then Auntie Diary, I'm Donnie as a man now. Okay, I get it. Okay, your mom is, yeah, I get it. Okay, I'm talking about what's your favorite song. That was my main thing. So yes, I do like Die Hard. Die Hard and Count Me Out are probably my favorite songs on that project. Like Count Me Out is so nasty, and then we're gonna wrap this up. I know we'll get it completed and tied off. But
Count Me Out's nasty. It's nasty.
It's so nasty, man. Because you remember from To Pimp a Butterfly, he had that. What was that song that he had? The feeling is unmatched. Feeling is brought to you by adrenaline. Mama. It's called Mama.
Killed it.
So the flow he used on that was so sick. I had never heard nothing like that in my life. In fact, I haven't heard anything since with that same flow on there. Like you can't duplicate the and on beat. I was like, how is he doing this? The musician in me was like blown away. I was like, it like doesn't even like, it's crazy. I'm blown away. So anyway, I like how I came in like with that weird flow. So on Count Me Out, bruh, the beat is slow, but do this bouncing all over that beat. I was like, don't do this, Kendrick. Don't do them like that. And then the lyrics are amazing as well. I mean, lyrics on all the songs are amazing. So
you think he wins a Grammy? Hot take.
Yeah, he gonna win a Grammy.
Me too.
He'll win a Grammy for that.
Got to. Sure.
I don't think it'll have all to do with his album itself, but I think that's all Grammys. I think there's a lot more to Grammys than just rating the music. If that was the case, a lot of Grammy snubs might have been avoided. I remember when Travis Scott thought he was going to get a Grammy for Astro World. I think he got a Grammy a song out there, maybe that one with Drake, but for the album of the year, and he didn't get it. I think they gave it to, I don't even remember. Yeah, I think that was a snub.
Album of the year. Do you know how probable it is for a black artist, especially a rapper, to win that? That's like you're competing against the Taylor Swifts, the Harry Styles, even when Macklemore won over Kendrick for rap album of the year. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot, like you said, it's a lot of politics.
Yeah. It's definitely not based on the music itself. I mean, it is. That's part of it, but yeah. Anyway, Magnolia Lawn Solutions. What's been going on, man? Talk to us. Give us updates, or if it's same old, just remind everyone what you do and drop the website.
Same old. Just trying to build the framework, trying to get everything up to par and get everything to the best of our ability. Right now, we got our customers, our accounts. We're just trying to keep what we have and get everything better. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to grow. You can find us, Magnolia Lawn Solutions, my lawn care company. You can find us at www.magnolialawnms.com. The website is going to change because we're actually dropping our the people who sponsor our website. So we're changing over the weeks. So we'll update y'all on that next week. And you can find us you can call us at 601-249-9140. 601-249-9140. And we service the central Mississippi area, Byron, Flowood, Clinton, anything like that. So if you're in Mississippi, the central Mississippi area specifically, contact us and we'll come out and give you an estimate on the spot.
Yeah, so if you're in Michigan and you don't listen well, they're central Mississippi. So don't call. Can you give me an estimate? No, because
right. We had this old lady call us. No offense against old people, we love y'all. But an old lady called us the other day, was on the phone for like 10 minutes, and she was like, "Yeah, I need you to come out, and need you to cut a spot around my mailbox." We're like, "This is what you call a lawn care company for?"
Yes,
but you got. I mean, I guess when you elderly, I mean, yeah.
Hey, let her know.
Yeah,
let her know that there might be even more affordable options if and if she's like, no, I want to use you, then do it. Because it cut a spot.
What about you, bro? What you got going on?
Yeah, so again, you all know I work with L&D organizations. I'm an L&D professional. My name is Jay Bryan, as you all know, and I'm a learner engagement specialist. So if you or your team, you're learning development professionals, or if you're part of an association that services learning and development professionals, and you want me to come out and work with you, reach out to www.jbryanspeaks.com. That's my website. Or you can email us at info@jbryanspeaks.com. Again, that's info@jbryanspeaks.com. Just had a chance to interview a CEO of a learning organization. So that'll be posted up on my YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe on there. Jay Bryan Speaks on YouTube. Jay Bryan Speaks. So, man, as usual, we appreciate y'all. Make sure that you all, if you're watching this on YouTube, this is the main place where we put the podcast. We put it in other places, but this is the main place, YouTube. So subscribe, hit the notification bell, man. And with that, I'm Jay Bryan.
I'm Jared.
And this has been the Attention Span Podcast. Y'all have a great one. Peace.